Hey everyone, it's serotonin. Lately I've been making videos without really expecting to. I just wanted to have a look at a couple of things here. This just stuck out to me like a sore thumb. Okay, here we go. Feel good. Are you a magnetic being? Okay, so first of all, so number one, I'm going to talk about this in a minute, but mad scientist mom turns her son with autism into a cyborg. How's that for a little transhumanism push? Stuff grosses me out. I've been going to this website for a very long time, galacticconnection.com daily blog. I've actually completely stopped even coming here for the last month. I've known for about 6 months or more that this is a lot of fake news. There's a lot of negative stuff going on in here, and there's a real platform for a negative agenda, like a lot. Like most of the postings I would say in here are highly dubious and questionable. Um, so I would not encourage people to go here. I have an issue with this guy. I don't know. I never know how I feel about Amazing Polly. I'm not entirely sure. Everyone seems to go on about her, but I don't know how I feel about her. There's a lot of people who appear on here with regularity that I have very mixed bag feelings about. But what I wanted to show you was this. Okay, so whenever I look at a talking head, I do read a book by its cover. I'm very careful about that. Sorry guys, what just happened there? Yeah, especially after I've seen these pictures of Gloria Steinem just recently. And there's a lot to be said by these pictures alone. So first of all, his name is Phil Good. Like, my name is a play on things. Serotonin, sure. But feel good, right? And good, they use a lot of good child and, good with an E at the end. And there's a lot of that there's a programming, I believe, where they give people these names so that you put your trust in them. And I guess, the same could be said for my name. So I don't know, take this with a grain of salt. Maybe I'm just projecting. But anyway, what I see here on this picture, first of all, which is alarming to me, is an owl. That's the first thing, other than feel good. And a lot of these people that make videos, I feel like they have incredibly high-tech cameras. They have really good cameras. They seem to have a spot in their home, or they have access to a place which looks very clean and very well looked after. Now, maybe I'm just a slob, but I've just searched this. One of the main reasons you don't get to ever see my face is because I live in a house with tons of stuff. I like to collect things. And I just, visually, my house doesn't look very clean. I can't afford a very nice camera, so I don't have one. I don't even know really how Premiere works, so I do everything on OBS. These people are putting together these really incredible videos, apparently with none of your money. And I know how long it takes to edit and how long it takes to render and download and post and whatever. So, just the slicker the production, the cuter they look, the nicer their hair, the more attractive they are, the better their makeup, the more unbelievably professional their home. Like there's this guy I was watching videos for a little while ago, and I don't know, he just looks like the son of an extremely wealthy person, because the house that he was constantly filming in was like absolutely showroom perfect, never a thing out of place, sorry. He looked really well put together, very healthy, extremely good looking, very bright and alert, and very good at delivering his message. No human fault ever was shown. So this guy, he's not the cutest. I don't know. I didn't watch the video at all. He's not that attractive. I think he's kind of average. But the whole feel good thing kind of got me immediately. And then I, open it up and I see an owl. Now, a lot of these talking heads, they always have a background. There's got a couple things in there. And if you're up on your signs and symbols, you have all the information you need to decide whether or not you want to keep watching these people. So Yeah, just wanted to, I have no idea who this guy is. He looks like sort of more like an average Joe, but the two things that really jumped out at me was the owl and the name. Now, let's pretend, just for the sake of my argument here, I'm just using him as an example because I tend to make videos when I suddenly feel compelled to do so, which is why Premiere doesn't work for me, because by the time it's finished, even talking about rendering, I'm already kind of moving on to the next thing that I want to talk about. So I find it really hard to correct mistakes after the fact because I do everything so in the moment. But anyway, okay. If I really wanted to break this down, if I wanted to, let's pretend for a minute that he is being bought and paid for by someone and he's delivering a message that's necessary. So he's got two images of horses here and here. I'm sorry, it's going to go dark every time I put my cursor over there. So you'd want to look up horse imagery, and of course I'll do spirit totem. Let's have a quick look at that. It is the most powerful animal in almost all mythology. It represents many deities. Horse is the image of fast travel, freedom, and mobility. This brings to us horse totem was not a native creature to the Americas, which is very interesting. It was born of the god Loki, who is also famously known as the Trickster. So Loki is not one to be trusted. Apparently, a horse-associated traits are freedom, mobility, love, loyalty, and power. So does he love horses, or does he want you to feel that way about him? Okay. Chinese astrology, it works for deep devotion, gaining everything of itself right until death if necessary, giving everything of itself. So he's like, I don't know, does he want us to think he's a giver? Who knows? Okay, I think it kind of goes into that there. Let's have a quick look. So white horse, I'm gonna look up white horse meaning, because it is very specific. Oh, I love these. Okay. No, we're not going to necessarily look in the Bible. We're not going to look at Wiki for this either. Sorry, I am a little bit picky about stuff like that. Oh, okay. Purity, heroism, or death. It's the rarest color of horse, a white horse that has been associated with nobility and chivalry in the sun in Greek mythology with the end of the world in Christianity. They are often psychopomps, guides between the world of the living and the dead. So, yeah, I got some issue with that. The owl, we're not even going to get into that. I can't really tell what's going on here, but it kind of reminds me of a Minion, and I'm going to do a whole video on the Minion movies at some point if I deem fit. I don't know. I object. My children were not allowed to watch the Minion movies. I thought they were deeply disturbing, and when I looked online to see if anybody else was as offended and freaked out by the whole message behind the Minion movies, I found that only Christians were. It seems like if you're not Christian, you don't give a crap about your kids being evil, which I think, or being subject to that kind of stuff, which I think is not true. I think it was a scrub. But I did start to question at that time. What the heck's going on? Why are only so many people noticing? And then the other thing that's troubling are his sheets. Just the colors, the division, the blocking. It represents compartmentalization. This would be, the color brown is associated with many things. Color red is always associated with blood, and the color black and red together usually denote ritual, and having the divided boxes seems to suggest compartmentalization. So, am I reading too much into this? Yes, I am. Today I totally am. I don't know if I'm reading too much, but I'm reading a lot into this. I also find the headboard very creepy. It's something you could easily, it's a gate. You could do a lot with that headboard in a very creepy way. And the guilt, this thing here, this frame with it actually not having anything in it. Is it a mirror with a photo stuck in the corner, or an empty frame with a small picture of, I can't even tell what that is. I'm assuming it's horses, but I don't know. Anyway, the other thing I want to mention is the white horse is also cast in shadow. And, here we have this very benign looking man, like he looks like a real pushover, real You know, he's not got a lot of energy to him. It's very soft, very soft. But look at these, look at the highlights of the eyes, okay? That is a ring flash. That costs some money, okay? I used to do photography. That costs some money. And you know who else has a ring flash? And it's always bothered me, is this one. And check out her symbolism. Okay, we have a white knight with a cross on his chest. This right here, if you watch her videos, has a butterfly right near it. This is a moon with tassels, a half crescent silver moon. Everything's reversed. It's in backwards, so it's flipped. So you're not seeing it as is. You can't read because it's reversed, right? In Satanism, they reverse things, right? That's a thistle. That's a face with concealed face. All you can see is the face with the eyes. There's some kind of a bell. Yeah. So this is one of the main reasons I don't listen to Amazing Polly or watch her videos. She also has a ring flash. You can see it in her eyes on some of the videos. Anyway, guys, just off the top of my head, hope that helps. Have a great day. Bye.